Hi everybody, I'm back with a part 3 on the Poe Tarot reveal. I thought, wouldn't it be nice to do a reading from the Poe Tarot? I'm no expert, I'm going to tell you that right now. I have been dabbling in Tarot for probably since I was a teenager, and I'm no longer a teenager, as you can tell. And I definitely get intuitive hits. Do I consider myself a psychic? No. But I like to read and I enjoy reading the cards. And so I figured, why not put them into action and show you the cards in action. So what type of reading is this? I just decided to do one for 2022. And just give a general overall reading, of course. Obviously, it's nothing specific or pertaining to anything specific, except for one question I did ask. So I'll get into that in a minute. So let's go right into it. So I looked at, I went ahead and pulled the cards. Okay, I know a lot of readers, when they get on YouTube, they shuffle up the cards and then pull the cards in front of you. Just for time sensitive purposes, I went ahead and pulled the cards. I know some people don't like that. I get it. I totally get it. But I can assure you, I did shuffle. I did pull cards at random, and so here they are. So I looked at, one of the things I wanted to see first was some past influences, like what's leaving us as we enter 2022, what's exiting. And I got the 10 of Wells, and I pulled a clarifier because I like to pull clarifiers just to figure out, what it pertains to or might have to do with. So I got the 10 of Wells, which is equivalent to the 10 of Cups, and I got the 10 of Candles, which is equivalent to the 10 of Wands. So obviously there's some endings happening here, because whenever we go through the Tarot, when we get to 10, it means something's ending and fresh starts are about to begin. So this would pertain to something of emotional value, or something, Wands are action, Cups are emotions. So something could be, a lot of us are experiencing things sort of being removed from our lives, whether it's, sadly, unfortunately, a lot of loved ones have passed on. So that's, obviously some emotional attachment there to that. That would be understandable. Maybe even some things that have been taken away from us. And that reminds me a lot of the Wands here, of things that we were used to maybe doing that had to kind of end or change, or so that those maybe even they could have to do with restrictions too. Keep that in mind, because we were really seeing in 2020 and even 2021 a lot of restrictions on seeing our loved ones, going out and doing things, going here and there, and maybe some of that's ending. Wouldn't that be nice if this is what that pertains to? Because again, this is a general kind of reading. So it could be those restrictions in our lives maybe coming to a close. Wouldn't that be great? I would love to see that. I kind of feel like it's going to be a slower process than just boo bam, it's ending. But let's hope that that's the case, right? Let's hope it's not a situation where those restrictions are ending and we won't be able to do them. Like, I don't want to think like thoughts like that. So I'm thinking more in the let's be positive. Okay, let's put the positive intentions out there. That's what I want to see. Be the change you want to see in the world, right? I'm going to take a quick drink here. So, all in perspective, right? Okay, so what's coming in? What are the energies coming in for the beginning of 2022? Well, I got the moon. Isn't that just apropos? No pun intended there. Got the moon card. So again, things are not quite clear yet. Makes sense. Going into January, going into the new year, we could all be sitting, where are we going? What's going to happen? It kind of makes sense to get the moon card here. So I asked for a clarifier. I got the Seven of Quills, which would be equivalent to the Seven of Swords. You know, that's a test of our spirit, definitely. It means that, you know, there could be some challenges in the first half of 2022. Actually, that's what I did. I broke it up in half. So January to June, and then July to December. So for January to June, there could be definitely some challenges and things affecting us, affecting our spirit. You know, we could be dealing with a lot of that. You know, where are we going? What's going to happen? You know, and that's where that moon card comes in, of like the questioning, the wondering, and that, you know, the moon is also about diving deep into the subconscious realms, and when we do that, we're confronting our spirit. We're looking at spirit, and we're kind of having a conversation with it, and really seeing, asking to like show me what I need to know. So that could be happening here with that. If we may be challenged in that area of really needing to look at those things. So I looked at, I pulled an outcome card. I got the 10 of coins, which is nice. That's a nice outcome card, right? It's for the Poe Tarot, it's equivalent to the 10 of paws. Okay, so I'm just going to read the quote on this one. It says, "It is a happiness to wonder. It is a happiness to dream." So I think it's important that as we go into 2022, that we really set our intentions on where do we want to see all this go? Like what do we want for ourselves, for personally and as a whole, you know, as you know, for everybody. Where do we want to see all this end up? You know, we didn't just randomly go through this, you know, last couple years. I really feel like there's reasons for everything. So there's something happening here that's making us question a lot of things in our lives, you know, what we want, where we see our humanity going, all of that. So it's nice to get this, because that seems to be like an upturn, okay? Coins can refer to health. It also can refer to money. So maybe by the end of the first half of 2022, we could see a stronger wallets, let's hope, and hopefully stronger health as well for everybody. Okay, so looking at the second half from July through December, we start off with the Fool. So that's nice energy. Full energy is always really nice. It's you know, fresh starts, new beginnings, ready to go into, leap into something hopefully wonderful. The only thing is, a lot of times, sometimes with the Fool can look before they leap. On this card, it says, "There is no passion in nature so demonically impatient as that of him who, shuddering upon the edge of a precipice, thus mediates a plunge." So we see Poe here, ready to leap into the second half of 2022. So about midway through, what's going on with everybody at this point? Well, we got the Seven of Paws. Isn't it interesting that in the first half we get the Seven of Quills, and in the second half we get the Seven of Paws? So maybe going back, let's go back to that Seven of Quills for a second in the first half. The quills are equivalent to swords in Tarot for this deck. So of course, swords are our mindset, our ways of thinking. And like I said before, testing our spirit. So that could be what's happening here. We're thinking about our ways of thinking, our ways of perceiving things. And it is a test of spirit. Sevens are always a test of spirit in some way, shape or form. It's a little different than, say, fives, because fives is that real combative energy, and seven is challenging energy, but it's challenging to the spirit. Okay, so here we have the Seven of Paws, and I'll show you this again in a second, but this would be equivalent to coins or, yeah, coins, pentacles. So health, money, anything tangible. And again, here's the Seven of Paws, and we see Poe diligently at work, really just hammering down. He's actually, what he's doing here is writing the Raven, but on the quote it says, "You should have seen how wisely I proceeded, with what caution, with what foresight, with what dissimulation I went to work." So that says to me that while we're going to, there's new beginnings and fresh starts, it's going to take work. Okay, this year is not going to transition overnight. I mean, unfortunately, it's just not. I would be shocked if it did. So I think there's for a lot of us, it's going to be there's going to be challenges. Obviously, I'm not saying anything that we don't all know, and it's going to take hard work, and it's going to take perseverance. So when I looked at the outcome of this, I got the Hanged one in reverse. Now, this is the first reverse card I've pulled up in this reading. So the Hanged one is equivalent to the Hanged Man. I'll show it to you upright first. But essentially, the Hanged one is about what's going on beneath the surface that we may not be aware of, but it's meant to transform us, okay? When it's reversed here, there's obviously delays and restrictions. So there may be something coming around here that's being sort of re-examined. There may be some restrictions or some issues with that, or delays with that. So again, that hard work, that perseverance, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight, okay? And I think that's what is being said here this year, is that if we set our intentions, it's very possible for fresh starts, new beginnings in a lot of areas of our lives, but it's going to take work. We can't just, we can't leave it up to our laurels, and we can't expect anyone else to do it for us. It starts with us, individually. So the one specific question I got to, I was like, what's going on with COVID? What's going on with the variants? What can we expect this year? I'm no doctor, I'm no expert. I'm just, I'm somebody like everybody else out there who just wants some idea of when is this all going to end. Well, again, consult the experts, okay? Consult the scientists. I think that's important. But as far as an esoteric level of understanding, I pulled the Two of Paws, which is again equivalent to the Two of Coins or Pentacles. Again, we're talking about health here. This would speak to balance. I think it's interesting. The quote on here is, "I became insane with long intervals of horrible sanity." So, I don't know, apropos, again, no pun, but it really is to this whole situation. So it's like, okay, there's something has to do with balance here, and maybe it's our lifestyles. We need to keep certain things in balance and check. If we do the right things, I know everybody's got viewpoints on that. I'm not here to get into it, okay? I'm really, really not. But I think that we're all out of balance. Okay, something's out of balance here. I think we all can have ideas as to what we believe it to be. But this is what it's speaking to. This is why this is happening. Okay, so what's the outcome of this? So I asked an outcome card or a clarifier on that Two of Paws. I got the Chariot. That's nice. That is really, really nice. A really welcome card where this is concerned. So the Chariot, if you follow Tarot, the Chariot is forward movement. Okay, it often speaks to rising above a challenge or a situation that's been very difficult. So my hope, crossing my fingers, toes and eyes on this, is that what this is trying to tell me is that we hopefully will see us rising above this challenge, and better days ahead, let's hope. But again, I think the only way we're going to do this is if we can bring what we need to back in balance. Okay, you take that for how you will. But this is the Poe Tarot in action. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm the author and artist behind it. I have posted 2 other videos, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is about the inspiration behind the Poe Tarot, and part 2 is an unboxing reveal, if you will. And the Poe Tarot is available now wherever tarot is sold, and I hope you enjoy it. I'd love to hear your comments and questions if you have any, and I will talk to you soon. Please be well. Take care.